AskReddit by Redditarino. What's the weirdest compliment you've ever received? You have a cool left ear. All I could think was, well, WTF is wrong with the right one, lol. Was told I have a beautiful brain while doing a paid MRI study. I guess seeing the brain is just really cool for that person. Maybe it was the fact that he was seeing a real life active brain and the person using it, when usually any other picture of a brain is from an unloved textbook. It's crazy to think that our whole world is stored in like 5 pounds of sentient flesh. Your oral cavity is wonderful to work with. So spacious, my dentist. My dentist told me thank you for making my day. I just love teeth and yours are very interesting. For context, I have a 35-year-old bridge that's still going strong. You look like you read books for fun. But books are fun. Nice stream, bro. While I was peeing in a bathroom at Chicago O'Hare. And they say Chicago isn't a personable city. Phi, says me. You have great veins. From a nurse when I worked in a hospital. I get this one all the time. After handing back a police report I filled out describing the events of a man jumping off an overpass aiming for my car in a presumed suicide attempt. This is really good. Have you done this before? Not a cop but an attorney who does criminal defense here. I read a lot of police reports and other kinds of reports. Writing a report of this kind that is clear and comprehensible to the reader is absolutely a skill. So, FWIW, that compliment makes total sense to me. My girlfriend in college once said that she wished she had legs like me. One of my daughter's classmates saw me walking into school. When he found out I was her mum, he said to her, "Man, your mum looks like she could snap someone in half with those legs." Thank you, leg press machine. Mine is my therapist likes you, they think you're a good influence. That's a wonderful thing to be told. Optometrist told me my eyes were physically perfectly healthy and they'd make perfect specimens. Well, don't be rude, give him the eyes. You smelled like a rainbow just out of the dryer, told to me by a 2nd grade student several years ago. Kids say weird stuff. A middle school student once told me that I smelled like a good barber shop. Since it's cheap, I used to keep Brute in my car as my backup cologne. I'm not a morning person, so I sometimes forget cologne. That was the day I decided to swap out the Brute for cool water. You are surprisingly nimble for a fat guy. I've been chubby for years, but when I was younger I was in gymnastics. Early high school I went to a friend's house for a little get-together grill party thing. Some of the kids were dancing and tumbling and whatnot in the huge lawn they had. I proceeded to do a long ass swing of cartwheels as I could still do it even as chubby as I had gotten. My friends were stunned. It was great XD. A coworker complimented me on a haircut once. She said, "Your hair looks great, it makes it look like you shower." Weird compliment considering I get the same haircut once a month and I shower at least once a day. Read this as it makes it look like a shower, which would be impressive hair indeed. I have a perennial baby face and am a pretty quiet, shy individual but have a deep voice. Someone in one of my classes held the door, so I said thanks. The girl holding the door did a double take and shouted, "Wait, that's what you sound like," and honestly that'll stick with me for the rest of my life. Alright Zaddy, let's get some voice recordings. You look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Random kid on a cruise. I said this to my ex once and he got angry at me. You ate that apple very neatly. Guess I have nice teeth. Your crush is here, act normal. I'm a guy and I was out walking. A dude rolled up in a car asking if I would be interested in doing porn because the girls would love me. I thought you looked familiar. I was cleaning a guinea pig enclosure at a zoo I was interning at. The piggies were in a playpen so I wouldn't disturb them and I was alone in the enclosure. Some older lady knocks on the glass and says, "Well, aren't you the cutest little guinea pig I've ever seen?" I didn't know what to say to that, so I just kinda laughed awkwardly and went back to cleaning. She watched me for a few minutes and left. I would definitely take this as a compliment. A waitress told me she's never seen someone as good at crab picking as me. Thanks, I've had crabs a few times. You have a really nice complexion. Nice, but the way he was looking at me made me think he wanted to eat my skin. You have hair. I took my baseball cap off to wipe my forehead and a friend's girlfriend said this. She only ever saw me wearing a baseball cap and assumed I was balding and hiding it. Reminds me of the first time I saw my stepdad with a shaved face. My parents started dating in September and my stepdad had these massive mutton chops. My mum was kinda like, it's too early for me to ask if this is the standard look for him and just let it go. First week of November rolls around and he shaves his face completely and walks into my kitchen and I go, "Oh my god, you have a jaw." Turns out the mutton chops were because my stepbrother wanted them both to be Wolverine for Halloween. You're not beautiful but you're photogenic. Oh thanks I guess. At least you are photogenic. I'm not. During the first lockdown the bakery I work in was one of the only shops in my town still open so everyone was coming to us for their baked goods and rolls. The local funeral director was in one day and when I caught him staring at me he said, "Just sizing you up for your measurements. We're expecting to be very busy very soon." Didn't really know what to say to that. Haha. I don't think that was a compliment. I have self-harm scars. I worked at McDonald's when I was 18 and a short, way older man came up to the counter. He said, "You self-harm?" I said, "Yeah." He literally then said, "Does it turn you on?" I said, "No." Then he said, "Well it turns me on." I then walked out of the restaurant and quit 2 days later. Lol. Damn. I thought it was going to be a super wholesome moment when he reveals his scars and tells you it gets better and then you say that's how you met Danny DeVito or something. Nope. Just a pervert ruining shit as they so often do. Your handwriting is very satisfying. Your handwriting makes me wanna nut is the one I got. Me being a generally quiet person, random lady quiet guys have the biggest dicks. And everyone thought Teddy Roosevelt was talking about foreign policy. I made a save the date video for my wife's 50th birthday which was a parody of the intro to an early 80s TV show. It came out pretty well, but a friend of ours that produces ads for TV seemed to focus on the voiceover. Wow, is that you doing the voiceover? I pay people for stuff like that. Yeah, if someone that does ads is telling you your voice is good you possibly have another career option as a voiceover talent. I do ads. Don't worry, you are not completely terrible. My brother however wants you dead, but on the bright side my sister wants to fuck you so you have something going for you. What a twisty compliment. I got told I had a nice looking bladder a few months ago during an ultrasound so that was a first. I had a student doctor doing my exam once and just making observations out loud. At one point she made eye contact and told me, "Your cervix is really nice." So pink and healthy. She was so sweet and genuinely thrilled to be doing an exam. It was the cutest thing ever. You eat pussy like a girl. Dang, you must be real good then. You look like Gollum, but in a really cute way. I think it was a really bad attempt in flirting and he wanted to flatter me, but I just ended up feeling self-conscious about my ears. Not the Gollum compliment. Like out of all the characters Gollum is the one they chose. So confusing. Your gold bracelet looks so nice with your skin color. 6th grade, you have perfect lips for the trumpet from the band teacher. Thanks. Elementary school band is weird like this. Band started in 5th grade for us. At the end of 4th grade, the band instructor visited our music class like we were her fantasy football draft pool. We took a district-wide standardized test for music aptitude. Not only did she analyze those results, she pulled me out of class for a hallway interview. Elementary band conductors get real fucking serious about their selecting their drum section. Well, some dude tried sliding into my DMs by writing me a poem comparing my tits to mangoes. You're not like the other hoes with your great tit mangoes. Your teeth are so flat. My 4 front bottom teeth line up perfectly across the top. People find it very satisfying. Someone once told me that I'm a great companion to sit at the table with. I clear the whole table so that no food goes to waste, and I listen very attentively to every story and once in a while make comments that surprise people cause they just assume I'm too focused on the food to even listen. Another one is that I'm great as a background noise. I keep on talking and usually it's nothing important, so you don't have to really pay attention to it, but it's nice to hear something. Got called a KFC potato bowl once. Apparently because I had it all. Thanks. Your handwriting is so good, for a guy. This sadly means you can no longer apply as a doctor.